Alright guys, Legendary Ghidorah here, and today we're going to be going over Monster Wasted Potential, obviously, or should I say Hidden Potential, MHP instead. Sorry guys. Now we're going to dive into one of the most miraculous creatures I've discovered that were actually cut out of Skull Island, the SirenJaw. Now the SirenJaw is a crocodile based off creature. So the SirenJaw probably stands about 60 to probably 70 feet in height, with a bite force that will probably shatter bones, probably shatter the spinal cord of the Scurb Buffalo, crush a Spore Mantis, and pretty much tear the head off of a Skullcrawler. Even the big one will probably find this thing difficult to even take down because the coloration of it matches with the swamp. So really, it has already mastered the stealth capability of hunting. Now that is scary when you actually put it all together and when you think about it. Now, the SirenJaw is definitely not a pushover. I think Kong would probably be able to handle it, but after getting a few good bites, probably breaking a couple bones. I mean, truth be told, if this thing went after a human, we'd probably be crushed in, our bones would probably be turned to dust by the sheer pressure. Like, one bite would probably be enough just to kill us. Like, just imagine if people were on Skull Island, right? They're walking by this swamp or whatever, and then this thing just jumps out and then snags a guy. You see him screaming. We all see him screaming. But it's like the perfect jump scare. We're all going in the theater like, what? What just happened? Oh my, what just happened? Nah, yeah, this would be probably the best jump scare ever. It comes out of nowhere, bites down on the human. You hear two crunches. The one just seals his teeth right into the person. You see blood about to spilling out of the creature's mouth right through the guy. And then the second crunch that, creatures usually take two crunches just to, make sure their prey is like, hooked into their mouth. So the second crunch is going to kill them. Then you see him disappear into the water, satisfied with what the creature has. And all you see is blood just float up in the water and with a couple bubbles. Conrad and his team are looking at it like, what just happened? I don't know. I'm just a safari guy. I know jungles, not creatures, man. I mean, I did tell him there was a lot of things on this island that would probably eat him, and I did say a lot. So that was probably one of the creatures. Now let's get into how Kong would probably beat this thing down. But look, I'm going to give it to Kong here. He handled the skull crawlers and the mirror squid. But look at this. He's not going to even get the drop on this thing. Because just look at this. If Kong goes into a swamp with this thing, it's going to probably wreck him bad until he gets the upper hand. But just the coloration of it, that is just the ultimate camouflage variation. Like, that's the ultimate camouflage gear. It is stacked. It looks for nothing but a floating piece of grass in a field. Like, just imagine this thing in the Florida Everglades, right? You will probably go by it not even knowing. Like, just imagine it. You hear a growl in the water and your boat is just going by it. You don't even know what it is. All of a sudden, you see a head pop up. Your boat just flipped over. You're in the water. Your boat's right behind you. You try to swim towards the boat, and that creature is basically beelining it for you. Before you even could get to the boat, you're just under. You're just underwater. You feel a sharp pain in your leg. Oh man, you are done. You're done at that point. I mean, jeez. And just so you guys know, I'm betting it could hide in the Everglades. I mean, seriously, just imagine this if this creature was real. It would actually cause mayhem and panic for everything except other crocodiles. Matter of fact, crocodile kill rates will probably be higher. Even alligators. possibly even caimans. I mean, sheesh, the kill rate would be so high. It's just that we probably don't even look at sharks anymore. Maybe shark attacks would be actually less. As a matter of fact, if this thing was alive today, it would probably prey on bull sharks too. Like, just imagine if this thing was in Africa sharing habitats with crocodiles. Crocodiles would never have to worry about a thing in their life because, well, their cousin or their great ancestor is basically there chomping down on bull sharks and lions. I mean, seriously, they pretty much will rule the ecosystem pretty much. I mean, if this thing did not have Kong on the island, it would pretty much dominate because the skull crawlers would actually be prey to this guy because, well, everything needs water, right? So as soon as the skull crawlers actually go into the water, you're in the SirenJaw's element. So the SirenJaw would actually just pop out and take you out. So enough of that. Let's get into the reasons why this thing was not in the movie. Now, my theory is that, well, there wasn't enough cast members for it to really kill, maim, or just eat. Because, apparently everything on Skull Island likes to eat humans, so we're going to go off that assumption, right? So the SirenJaw would actually be a perfect predator. Probably the apex predator of the Mira squid. It would actually probably hunt in the water, much like a crocodile today, but with steroids. And a Swampthing upgrade by, like, pretty much 1,000. I mean, sheesh, this thing is just, looks stocked. Looks built, too. Like, it's probably like scales on top of scales, right? But then you got this leafy, moldish, well, not moldish, like swampish greenery all over it. So, I don't know. This thing actually would not have predators because Kong wouldn't count. Kong's not really an apex predator of the island. Kong is really just Kong. He's just doing whatever he does need to survive, and if a creature's attacking humans, yeah, he's going to defend the humans because that's what his parents did, so he's going to do it. Just imagine if his parents didn't really defend humans for a minute there. I mean, the SirenJaw would probably just go around into the village, smack that gate down with that cool, heavily armored tail, and pretty much just start taking humans like it was the candy store. Like, literally, it probably would be the candy store. We probably would be like sweet snacks, probably salty ones because, our blood and stuff, we're actually a bit saltier, which is one of the reasons why sharks probably don't even eat us like that. They'll attack us, oh yeah, but they probably won't eat us like that, unless they're bull sharks because they're freaking opportunists. Like, geez, they actually will eat humans. So the SirenJaw will actually cause a lot of damage to Kong with those jaws because just imagine that sheer pressure going onto someone's body. It would crush them. Now, like I said, with humans, we would be dust. Kong would actually get away with this with a lot of broken bones. I mean, if he fights this thing in its element, it's going to wreck him pretty badly. Like I said before, it's going to wreck him hard if it's in the water. Then I think Kong would gain the upper hand due to plot convenience and then just proceed to just manhandle this thing. Probably even get it out the water at a certain point. Maybe he would let the thing manhandle it until it goes out the water. Then that's when Kong grabs a tree and shoves it down his throat. Hashtag Godzilla versus King Kong in the comment section. So, where does this thing actually lie? This thing would actually be in the more swampy area of Skull Island. Probably not so much near the skull crawlers. Maybe it would be. You never know. Maybe it actually would be near the skull crawlers. It actually probably would prey on them too, since the big one was asleep. It actually would have more food. Because the skull crawlers ain't doing nothing to this thing in the water, even with their ability, well, sort of abilities in a way. I mean, truth to be told, the skull crawlers really don't have any abilities except burrowing, their whip-like tail, and their prehensile tongue. Pretty much like a frog in a way, and like a chameleon-ish tongue-like thing. They just wrap it up. But no, I think the SirenJaw, before the skull crawler can even get his tongue out, the SirenJaw will actually be able to bite it off. Because look at those teeth. They look like daggers. Sorry, y'all. Throat's a bit dry. I mean, those teeth actually look like daggers, so Yeah, it's safe to say that the SirenJaw would definitely be able to dominate on Skull Island if Kong wasn't around. So comment down below, please like and subscribe, and tell me what you think of the SirenJaw, because this creature is a pretty good creature. America's doing great things with their monsters. So this is Legendary Ghidorah, and I will see you guys later. Peace.